All right, I'm gonna break down to y'all how me and my friends from back home took a trip to Colombia. We stopped in 3 cities along the way. First stop was in Bogota, second stop was in Medellin, last stop was in Cartagena. So today, I'm gonna be talking about our trip in Bogota. I'm gonna break down the prices of everything from our flight to our Ubers, to the place that we stayed, to the things that we did, the nightlife, the different museums, the scenery and stuff you can go see. So I'm gonna talk about all that today in Bogota, and then I'll have part 2 in Medellin, and then part 3 in Cartagena. My name is Jet. I am a photographer, videographer, also a music producer. I consider myself a budget traveler. I travel a lot, but a lot of times you'll see me taking the budget airlines. Sometimes I'll stay in hostels, sometimes I'll stay in, cheap Airbnbs. I travel the world, but I travel very efficiently. I try not to overspend. I try not to take extra things I don't need. I only travel with my backpack. So that's a little bit about me. It's a little bit about what this channel is going to be about. I decided to start a travel channel. I'll be traveling a lot. I travel cost effectively, and I know people are interested in hearing about that. So I just want to break down kind of how I'm able to move around the world, how I am, and move around efficiently without spending a whole bunch of money doing it. So let's get into the video today. Today we're talking about Bogota. So number one, I'm gonna break down the equipment that I have. I have a laptop, I have a drone, I have my hard drives, mouse, and then obviously all of my clothes, all my bathroom stuff. So yeah, this is my current bag that I have right now. And so this is the bag that I use. So our flight, we found a trip. We were looking on Google for probably about a month before and found a flight for around 160 going to Bogota. It's Houston to Bogota, so we went from Houston to Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, we had a layover for like 45 minutes, and then Fort Lauderdale to Bogota. Flight was easy. That was the cheaper flight. I think we were flying Spirit. When you land in Bogota, you get to the airport, you can either call it Uber or you can use the local app called InDrive, which is like a cheaper version of Uber. And so we first got there, we didn't know about InDrive, so we took an Uber, but even still, your Ubers are way, way cheaper. Like everything in Bogota, or not in Bogota, everything in Colombia in general is probably like 4 times cheaper than what you would get it for here in the States. Getting our Uber from the airport to the Airbnb maybe cost us like $6 or $7. Like I don't remember specifically, but it is not a lot of money. And from where we were staying to the airport, maybe like 30-35 minutes. So to only pay $6 for that ride, and there was 3 of us. That's very simple. Our Airbnb was in a barrio called Chapinero. Sitting outside of our Airbnb waiting for them to come open this hole up. Hey, Spanish was pretty good in the car though. Actually speaking in there, having conversation and shit. Hey, how you feeling?
Well, you already know, since we started OCJ, oil and spill, baby, come take a look at the view, you know what I'm saying?
Market.
Yes, sir, I'm finna butcher all kinds of Spanish.
My room right here, the still room. Boy got the same views. It's our living room area. I like this house because it got a whole bunch of windows. Like, it got a whole bunch of lighting. Little kitchen area, table, all that good shit. The thing I liked about staying in Chapinero is close to a lot of stuff. Like maybe like a 5-minute Uber ride to Zona Rosa, Zona T, and a lot of stuff is like right there in that area. And then also getting to Mount Monserrate, that's only maybe like a 10-minute car ride. Well, the place that we stayed at in Chapinero, it cost us $283, and we were there for 3 days. So that's $283 total. So split between the 3 of us, that came out to like $95 a person. So very doable for 3 days, especially staying right there, being in the location that we were at, being close to everything. I thought that was a very good deal. Mount Monserrate, man, you gotta go up there. So what we decided to do, originally I wanted to hike up there to the top, but I decided that we decided hiking wouldn't be the best option because we didn't have that much time, so we wanted to see as much as we could. So I'm glad we didn't, because we took the teleférico. The teleférico costs maybe like $6. I don't remember specifically. If I'm wrong, I'll put it right here. That's the correct amount. but it wasn't very much. This is us like waiting, and you can see like it's just going straight up in the air. So like we're waiting to get on. Once we get on, you know, you can see the views from your way up. And then once you get to the top, they have like a church sits at the top. And so this is the area around the church. And then they also have like a little market. If you walk back behind the church, there's a market over there. So they just have lots of stuff in this market. They're selling jerseys, selling you know, souvenirs, selling food. They got everything up there. So you just walk around. It's a nice, you know, it's cool to just venture off and look at all that stuff. And then if you walk all the way through, if you walk all the way through the market, you can come out to the other side. And on the other side, you can kind of get away from everything. And so this is the area I decided to come fly my drone at. We're about to operate an illegal drone flight right now. We got some connects to the embassy side. But yeah, Mount Monserrate out there is cool. I would definitely suggest going up there. Take the teleférico up to the top. It's definitely good views. You get entire views of the city, and then just being up there, just seeing what's up there is cool. Museo Botero is like a museum. It's a famous artist in Colombia. He is all over the place. Any city you go to, every city we went to in Colombia, he had some type of art there. But he's well known, and he does like sculptures of like fat stuff. So he'll do fat guitars, fat cats, fat people, fat skeletons, like he just fat everything. So he does like sculptures, he'll do paintings, and so they just have a museum of like a bunch of his stuff or stuff that people have donated to him that he has, I guess, given to the museum. Good thing about this is the museum is free. The museum is free. Like, go to the museum, it's free. And there's also other museums in the area. We didn't get a chance to go to the rest of them, but I believe some of those other ones are free. Museo Botero, which is like the gold museum. I don't know if that one's free, but I heard that one's good too. We didn't get a chance to go to it. We walked around after we left Museo Botero and just walked around that whole area. I forgot what the area is called. I'll look it up and I'll put it. But we just kind of got lost and was just walking the street for a good hour. And so there's a lot of stuff going on that was more of, I guess, centered to the city or centered to where a lot of stuff was happening at. So a lot of people were out there. Yeah, and so then there's this plaza right here that's next to it. We stopped and got some food that was in the area. Yeah. So we went out on Tuesday night and we went to an area called Zona Rosa. Zona Rosa has like just a bunch of bars, a bunch of stuff going on in that area. And so when we went, they had this thing called Gringo Tuesdays at Vin Trash. And so that was our first time going out when we got to Colombia, and that was really cool. Like if you there, especially if you like an American, like you'll run into other people, because it's kind of like the people in there are also like trying to do language exchange too. So it's a good opportunity to talk to people, especially if you're learning Spanish. There's other bars in the area, so I suggest you just check them out. A lot of them are cool. Just make sure you look up some reviews, find the right spots. Another spot that we found that's in Zona Rosa and Zona T is La Chula. So we just randomly walked into this club because, now I'm not gonna lie, if you're on the street, sometimes you will have people that come up to you and try to like get you to like buy stuff and do stuff, and you know, so you will deal with that a little bit, especially if they see you're a foreigner or from America or something like that. They're gonna definitely come up to you and try to, you know, get some money out of you somehow. So we were just walking and we were just trying to get away from these people. So we saw this club, we didn't know what it was, we just walked in. And when we walked in, we see like, you know, they're performing. It looks like it's like a super nice stage. They got nice stuff in the background. So we sat down, we got some food, and you know, it was actually pretty cool. There's a lady in there that we met, and she works at the embassy for Colombia. And so we met her, she was cool, she gave us her contact info. But yeah, this spot was really nice. You can tell it's like a more wealthier spot because the type of people that were in there, and then the performances were great, food was cool. Yeah, one of the good things about Bogota when we first got there is just like the people that we met. We met a lot of cool people, and so that made our experience in Bogota really cool because we had the opportunity to connect with all these different people. That's another thing. Link with people whenever you go out, especially people that are traveling. Meet people, connect with people. It makes your travels a lot better that way. That is another thing. Learn Spanish. You cannot go to Colombia and not know no type of Spanish. Like, even if you go with somebody who knows Spanish, like, your experience is going to be trash because you're not going to be able to communicate with the people there. So, like, you can sit there and do Google Translate. Like, yes, you can, but that slows the process of conversation down so much that sometimes it's not as effective. All in all, Bogota was pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed it. It's a great first stop, especially if you're coming into Colombia for the first time. Because you get a little sense of Colombia. It's definitely colder climate in Bogota. If you talk to people in Colombia, everybody we talked to in Colombia said they did not like Bogota because of how cold it was. And I can understand that. It definitely is a little colder. I think it's similar to the level that Denver is at. So it's kind of, the altitude is kind of up there. So it's definitely a little colder. But like I said, it was cool. I think it was so cool because we met great people. If we wouldn't have met those people, I could definitely see how Bogota would be a boring city. But like I said, it is what you make it. If you make it a good time, you will have a good time. So that's Bogota. That's all I got for Bogota right now. In the next video, I'm gonna talk about Medellin and Guadalupe, because we went to the little city outside of Medellin. And then the final video, I'll talk about Cartagena and how we did not like Cartagena. Alright, so like I said, this is a new channel. It would be very helpful if you guys subscribe. So please subscribe. If you would share this video with somebody who's interested in going to Colombia so they can learn about their experience, or learn about my experience in Colombia, and see how it was for a Black American traveling to Colombia. Because I searched that on YouTube and I didn't find too many videos. I found a few people that I followed that went to Colombia, but if you are a Black or an American and you're traveling to Colombia, you need to share this video with everybody you know. Alright, catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Nigga, your first 3 days in Bogota, how you like it?
I want to come back here, bro.
Why don't you come back?
My soul can take it.
Nigga, your first 3 days in Bogota, how you like it?
I'm a nasty nigga, dog.